Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan is now leading the way in trying to pass hate crimes legislation this year in Georgia. WSAV News 3's Joanne Merrigan is on your side with how Duncan introduced his own bill in the Senate and cites the case of Ahmaud Arbery in Brunswick as a sign that change is needed.
Partisan corners isn't going to solve this challenge in front of us. It's going to be policy over politics.
Georgia Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan says the tragic murder of Ahmaud Arbery in Brunswick is bringing the need for change to the forefront. Duncan citing court testimony that says one of the men involved stood over the body of Arbery, who was unarmed, and called him a racial slur. Right now, Georgia is one of 4 states in the nation that does not have a hate crimes law, but Duncan is joining other lawmakers in pushing for one.
We should see a hearing in judiciary this week.
There are less than 2 weeks left in the session, and while Duncan is getting on the bandwagon now, the House did pass a bill last year, with the bill's sponsor asking, what's the holdup?
It's been sitting in the state Senate for over a year, and if there's an interest in sending a clear message that Georgia's no place for hate and that we are no longer going to be on the list of only 4 states that doesn't have a hate crimes law on the books, pass House Bill 426.
But if those on the Senate side weren't listening last year, supporters hope the Arbery case means they are listening now. Duncan says the new Senate bill provides stiffer penalties and more options for victims to seek a hate crimes charge. He says in the Arbery case, if it were not for the public seeing the video, the killers would have escaped justice.
I think we need to empower communities, empower a grand jury to be able to bring forward these charges of hate crimes, not just a sole prosecutor that may or may not think a hate crime's been committed. We want to send a very clear message that Georgia is going to be the worst state to commit a hate crime in, and I think that is a great opportunity to start building a strong relationship all across the state.
Joanne Merrigan, WSAV News 3 on your side.
The Senate bill would provide for a separate hate crimes charge. It would add to the overall penalties a person could face if convicted of a crime motivated by hate for groups of people, including those of different races.